Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Something that I have been focusing on recently is not just using stoves to boil water, but actually trying to use stoves to cook meals. And it's almost like Jetboil read my mind because I suddenly get an email about the new Jetboil Trailcook system. It is designed to cook with a lot of the problems that they had with their old systems and at least tried to correct them so that you could cook out on trail. So the question is, does it work? Can you actually cook with the Trailcook system? Let's find out. Now the problem with cooking on trail, there's a lot of problems with cooking on trail. First is logistics. You got to carry all your ingredients there. If you have to cut things up, you have to carry a knife, you have to carry a board to cut things on. There's a reason that people who backpack a lot don't cook 3-course meals on trail and tend to use a lot of dehydrated meals because it's convenient and it's easy. But it's nice to know that sometimes you're able to take one of these systems, get a little bit of fresh produce, especially if you're out in the cold and you have the opportunity to carry stuff with you during the day for a nice warm home-cooked meal at night. It'd be nice to know that you have a product that could actually work. Now the worry with all these products is that they're too heavy. We don't want to carry cast iron out there and all this weight. So Jetboil is trying to create a system that will work for that. You have to have two things. You have to have a controllable flame, something that you can actually turn down low enough. And you also have to have a pot that isn't super thin at the bottom and only concerned about weight. This product kind of hopefully will fix some of those issues, especially the flame control. You're not going to create a super heavy pot. It's not going to be a very big seller because people want things to be low weight. So what Jetboil has done is tried to really control the adjustment of the flame. Let's take a quick look at this Trailcook system, show you what it's all about, and then we're going to actually cook with it. All right, guys, I'm pretty excited about this particular system. Anytime you get a new product from a company like Jetboil, I think that everybody gets kind of excited. I certainly do. This one's a little different, and I think I'm going to like it a lot. I have not cooked with it yet. We're going to cook with it today. I've boiled water with it a few times just for fun, but I haven't cooked with it. This is the Jetboil Trailcook 1.2 liter cook system. Dimensions are 5 by 3.8, so pretty compact. Weighs a hefty 1 pound, 3.3 ounces, or 550 grams. Volume, not surprisingly, is 1.2 liters. Power is 6,000 BTUs. The boil claim is 2 minutes, 10 seconds for half a liter. It's made in China. Costs quite a bit, $179.99. I'm going to pull this stuff apart, show you the different parts and pieces. This bottom, unlike the other ones, it doesn't lock in per se. Like similarly, you have to actually pop it off. I'm trying to... There we go. Pops right off. So it's kind of neat. So you have that. We'll put that right here. The top is heat resistant. You just have to squeeze this in a little bit, pop it out like most of these, just like that, and it's locked in place. The top itself has got a area to drink out of if you want, and it has an area here to strain pasta, which is pretty cool. We're going to utilize the pasta straining capabilities when we make some food today. The actual burner is here. Just to show you that the pot, pretty neat. Form factor is kind of like the Minimo. It's a little shorter and a little wider. The actual system here, it comes, of course, with a carrying case, which is pretty typical for all Jetboils these days. Comes with a fuel stabilizer, which I never use. This is the burner itself. It's different than any other Jetboil burner that you have seen. It's similar from the standpoint of the easy push button that the new 2005 Flash has, but these pot supports are different. They just pop out, okay? By having pot supports like this, it means that you can use the pot it's designed to. It doesn't lock into place, but it's designed to nest right in there, which is really nice. Now, like I said, it doesn't lock, which is something that I really like. I have talked a lot about not preferring these pots to lock in, because once they lock in, it's hard to get them out. Now, sometimes you want to lock it in. The Jetboil Flash, it has like a gimbal system that you can use on boats, and locking it in is key, so I understand that. This is different. It does not lock in. This also means that if you have a regular, frying pan, you can put it right on top. This is, of course, not a frying pan, but you know what I mean. Anything can go right on top of this thing. As far as features, it does have the self-centering pot support, so it'll pop right on. This is by far the easiest and most intuitive way to put a pot onto one of these. It accommodates any cookware, at least up to 9 inches. It has the easy on and off lid. Again, a lot of these systems, the lids kind of, they compress on. This one, easy on and off. More conducive to cooking. If you have something super hot and you want to pull the lid off to take a look at it or stir it, you don't want to have to like peel it off, which is what you have to do with the other systems. They wrap around the edges, if you know what I mean. This one, you just pop it right off. Again, designed specifically to cook with. It has a ceramic coated pot, which is really nice. This bottom of the pot seems to be a little bit thicker to me than the other systems. That's part of the reason that it's heavier, and that's by design, because a thicker bottom pot is going to allow you to actually cook more without scorching everything. It also, as I said, has this ceramic coating which helps food sticking, so it's like a non-stick. When you're trying to cook, you have a relatively high heat burner, which all these are, they're powerful, a fairly thin pot, which even this pot being thicker is an issue. Whenever you add that non-stick, it allows you to cook a lot easier. Has the folding handle we showed you about, very intuitive turn and click ignition. It's got the ever-present flux ring technology, which is what Jetboil is so famous for. Says it has precision heat control. We're going to test that today. We'll take a look at the flame pattern here in a second. And it does have the integrated measuring cup and bowl. You can measure with this or eat. This is also a little bit thicker and stronger than the others, so I think you can really hold more in here as far as volume, and then just the heat. I think it'll take the heat a lot better. We're going to do two things. We're going to boil 2 cups of water with this just to see how it works. And then we're also going to cook. We're going to cook a simple pasta with some Italian sausage. It's going to include sauteing some stuff that could easily burn, like garlic and shallots. But first we're going to boil some water for testing. Then we'll boil some pasta, keep that pasta aside, keep a little bit of the pasta water. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys, but this is a really cool system. I'm going to go ahead and just screw this onto a canister for you guys. I'm going to dim the lights and I'm going to show you, hold on, what kind of control we have just by looking at the actual flame. So let me turn off these lights. All right, there we go. Love, love, love these Jetboil systems. You turn it on and you just keep going and it clicks right on. See how nice that is. You can hear the gas, but if you just keep going, it'll click right on. That's full blast. I'll show you guys how quickly you can adjust. It's not a big stroke, but you can really drop it down. And it doesn't take much adjustment at all. Really drop it down or crank it up. Very, very cool system. We're gonna make some food because I'm hungry. Let's see how it does. Once again, I have cooked with a stove. I cooked with the Trailcook 1.2 from Jetboil. And this sausage pasta that I made is the bomb. The absolute bomb. It's so good. I just wanted y'all to know that. I'm watching my favorite YouTuber, who happens to be a guy named Marius Hornberger. He's a German engineer, and he's awesome. You never checked him out. It's probably not your thing, but I love it. Anyway, just had to tell you guys, as I'm just sitting here decompressing, this food is amazing. You can definitely cook a solid meal with the Trailcook. A+. So in case you're wondering how well does it boil, 1 minute 56 seconds and 6 grams of fuel to boil 2 cups of water. So even though it's designed as a Trailcook system, still works very well as just a traditional Jetboil system. Now I was very conflicted because they make a 2.0 liter, a 2 liter version, as well as this 1.2 liter. And I thought, man, I really should get the 2 liter. It's bigger, it'll give me more flexibility, but at the end of the day, I'm almost always out there cooking for just myself. So I decided most people out there, I think, are gonna want the smaller version. So that's what I picked up. If you guys twist my arm at some point down the road, maybe I'll pick up that 2 liter. I don't know, maybe I will. I do it for you guys. It's like the generosity, it shows no end. Let's talk pros and cons. As far as pros go, look, it functions as advertised. You could see we made a pasta dish and we used a lot of different, aspects of this system and what they designed it to do to create this pasta, and it worked very, very well. It's easy to ignite. It's easy to control. There are 2 different sizes like we talked about, which is nice. It gives you some flexibility on how big of a pot you want. The ceramic coating is pretty nice. It is non-stick, which really helps. That's one of the ways to combat the problems that we see when you have high heat, thin bottom on the pot. You're going to have a lot of scorching and sticking. Now, this will still scorch and stick if you don't treat it very nicely, but it helps a great deal having that coating on it. The heat-proof handle is very nice. The lid handle is very nice. The neoprene sleeve, which is on all of these Jetboil systems, really is a nice thing. It is not a flash system. It's important to realize it is not. It is its own system. Now, there are cons, like everything. When you look at cons for Jetboil systems, I always think of 2 things: weight and cost. It is universal in all these systems. We can make systems that are lighter. We can make systems that cost less, but the Jetboil systems always work. The pot is still too thin. I mean, that's all there is to it, to really, really cook a lot with it. But combating it with that coating does make a difference. So cost, weight, and the thinness of the pot, these are all just inherent to what Jetboils are, so it is what it is. Doesn't stop them from being good. It's just a con for most people. I'll be honest, if I had to buy just one Jetboil system, you look at all the different Jetboil systems, this would be the one that I bought. If you're looking for something, look, it's a Swiss Army knife. It not only boils water very quickly, because it does, not as quickly as a flash system or the other rapid boil systems, definitely not. It weighs a little more than those systems, definitely, but not a lot more. But it gives you so much more flexibility. You can actually use this as a full cook system. So if you're looking for one Jetboil in particular, this is the one that I would get. Now, whether it's the 1.2 or the 2 liter, I do smell, I guess, I'm convincing myself that maybe I should, for research purposes, get that 2 liter down the road. It won't be right away, but in the next year, I'll get it and I'll compare the 2 systems. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Would this be the Jetboil system you think that if you're going to pick one Jetboil system, is this the one you should get? Make sure you leave comments down below. Are there other recipes? What kind of recipes would you use with this system? Leave those down below as well. If you're interested, I can do some videos on cooking with this particular system, a little more advanced stuff, really push it to its limits. That's something that only if you guys are interested, but if you have recipes or ideas, leave them down in the comments as well. Now, I have reviews on all the Jetboil systems, the old Flash, the new Flash, the Mini Mo, the Mighty Mo, the Trailcook, the Stash, all that stuff. I have reviews on all of them. And I have to be honest with you guys, this is my favorite Jetboil system. And I'm not surprised when a company like Jetboil releases new products, something with as much fanfare as they have released the Trailcook system with. I'm not surprised it's good because they have good engineers, they have good research and development, and they know what people want. And they actually created something that I think people will like and use and is worth the money. And I bought this myself, guys. I'm not sponsored by Jetboil. I'm not. I've received a few things over the years. I received the stash from them whenever it first came out, and I recently got an offer to review the windscreen, the attachment for the rapid boil systems like the 2005 Flash, and I did that. But I mean, I have no actual relationship with Jetboil, and I paid everything for this, and I will pay for the 2-liter. I mean, Jetboil, if you're out there and you want me to check out the 2-liter, hit me up. Anyway, I've used them all. What's your favorite Jetboil system? Do you have one? And what are the reasons for that being your favorite? Leave it down in the comments and let us know. I am one voice and I have a lot of experience with a lot of this stuff, but a lot of you have more experience. So educate us down below if you have a specific recommendation. Do me a favor, guys. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up down below. Make sure you're subscribed. It really helps overall this channel grow if you do those things for me. Comments help a lot. I have a full stove playlist. Make sure you check it out. Hundreds and hundreds of stoves, not just Jetboil products, but every other kind of stove price point you could ever ask for is in that playlist. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. I hope that you like this video. I think people are going to be very interested to check out the Trailcook system. So make sure you spread the word. Thanks for watching, guys.